Carlos here from Cut and Color in Spring Hill Mall, and I have here
Joshua
with us, and we're going to actually be doing his hair platinum, like gray. I know we hear a lot that clients cannot get their hair gray in one session, that you have to keep coming back, but we are going to be demonstrating today how you can get that gray that your client wants in one session, in one day. Of course, we're gonna be taking extra steps. For example, we're going to be using this Malibu shampoo that is going to help remove all that garbage that he's got in the hair, you know, like from hairspray and all that craziness and
gel and
all of that stuff. If he had his hair longer, I would probably recommend actually doing a Malibu treatment before doing this service. But since he has his hair really short, I think that it will be enough by just using the clarifying shampoo. So stay tuned. We're gonna go ahead and take this guy to the shampoo bowl, shampoo him, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we finished watching Alex's hair, Joshua's hair. Okay, it's nice and clean now, and we blow dried it to make sure that the product will absorb better. And what we did was mix 1 ounce of shiny blonde. This is a liner by Color Design. Oops, wait, can you see it now? There you go. And we mixed it with 40 volume. And of course, we added 1/8 of olaplex, just to help the hair hold it a little bit better. Can you see me? Yes. Okay, you can see. We mixed it really nice. Okay, kind of like a toothpaste. Like again, the ratio was 1 ounce to 1.5. 40 volume. So we started applying the liner at the hair. We want to stay away from the root because the liner, if I apply it on the root with 40 volume, he's going to start crying, he's going to burn his scalp. He's gonna be like, what the heck? Why do you hate me so much? So we only apply it at the ends, and once everything is very nice and light, then we can always go back and apply the liner at the roots. Now, Josue, he wants a shadow, a dark shadow. So we're gonna see how the color lifted. If we see that there is no gold, like around the roots, then we can go ahead and just apply the gray, the dark tone as a shadow at the root. But if it didn't get light enough and it looks kind of goldish, we're gonna have to go back and apply liner at the root and then create that shadow. So we'll see how it goes. The important thing here is that you saturate the hair really well. I'm putting the foil in between a couple of sections just to make sure that we have enough heat so that the hair gets light enough. Okay? So, all right. Okay, so we are done processing Josue, and this is a color that we got. We let it process for a while. You can obtain this color with probably 1.5 hours, maybe 2 hours. But look, it's a nice pale yellow. I should probably get the camera very close. Look at this. Look at this. Yes, I know there is still some yellow, but that's not a problem. Why? Because right now we are going to tone it. Okay, the first thing we are going to do is, well, let me just tell you what we just did. We rinsed the hair, but we didn't use any shampoo because he has the olaplex, so we're gonna do the olaplex at the very end. Right now we are going to use a high lift with a couple drops of the blue kicker, just to give it that silver color that he's looking for. And we're also going to add that shadow that we were talking about, again, with the gray tone. So stay tuned. Step right. To mix the color, we are going to be using Josue's root for the shadow, the 1.10, okay, with a little bit of 7 volume, and I'm using the demi color because there is no need of using permanent, and that's just for the shadow. And at the ends, I'm actually going to go with something stronger because we want it to be very platinum. So I'm going to be using this, a high lift. I'm going to be using it with 40 volume. I'm going to add a little bit of olaplex just for extra strength. And I'm going to put a couple drops of the blue to give it that icy silver color that he's looking for. So let's see what happens. I'm about to mix. See you soon. Okay, so we are back. I already started applying the root on the hair, the color at the root to give it that shadow. Just a little bit, just at the very root. Now this is a dark color. And what I was saying before, this is fine to put it in first. You don't want to put what's it called, the high lift at the ends. The reason why is, and in his case, we could put it at the ends right now, but I don't want to do that because his hair is been already processed with bleach. With lightener bleach, if you go and apply a high lift on top of it right away, and then you have to go and do the roots and all of that, his hair might get compromised. Normally, this kind of toning, you have to be very careful. You cannot just go and do it just like that. If you have someone with long hair and you apply the high lift on the hair, it might get over processed and damaged. So it's very important that you take your time doing this side. Hi, you look different. Okay, where were we? Okay, so it's very important that you. I know she put on makeup. So it's very important that you. Okay, let me. You know what? I should probably start over. Hold on. Guys, when you have long hair, you have to keep an eye on the hair and see if it's really going to work. If it's not going to work, don't put it on. Why? Because it might break the hair. One of the reasons why it's very important that you keep an eye on the hair before you apply the high lift is to see if it's strong enough and if it can take that process. Otherwise, just tone it and do it in a second session. In his case, his hair is short and it's very strong still, so I did mix the high lift and I'm going to put it on his ends once I'm done applying the root. That way, if I see that the hair is getting compromised, I can rinse it right away and at least the roots are done. So let's go ahead and proceed with this stuff. So I'm going to just grab the color and do the shadow at the very, very, very root. And we're going to continue doing that. So I'm about to apply now the high lift. Something important is that you have to make sure that you are not applying high lift on places where there is virgin hair. If you apply the high lift on the hair that has no color or on places where you don't want to, it's going to lift it and it's going to make it brown. So be careful about that. So only apply it at the lighter pieces. If you need to put foil around, you can put conditioner in this area right here and put foil just to protect it and you're fine. It's just Joshua, so I'm just gonna do it. What? Okay. Okay, so here you can see how it's starting to give it that silvery look. We added that shadow at the roots and now the ends are turning silver and they're getting neutralized. So in like another 2 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and rinse it because there is no need to leave the high lift at the ends for a long time. If I need to add more silver to it, I'll do it with a direct dye color, something that is green after I rinse it. Cool. Okay, so now I'm going to mix the number 2 for olaplex with the purple. Well, it's not really purple. It's with the white diamond right here. That's just to give it a little bit more of a cool tone. I just like to keep doing that to give it more of that silver that we want. So I'm just gonna pour the olaplex number 2, and then see it looks like bluish. So don't freak out. You gotta leave it on. The root is going to touch up the ends. It's okay. It's fine because it's going to give it. It's still a little bit of a tone to it. So don't worry about keeping it away. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to rinse now.
Glad kid in the back.
Okay, so we are about to rinse the hair and then I'm going to do another treatment because that's what I like to do. I like to offer a lot of treatments when I'm offering these type of services and clients because they go through all this double processing and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do first is once I rinse it, I'm going to apply the number 1, okay, from Color Design. It's an oil that has ceramide in it and it helps pretty much replace the amino acids. Oh, what was the thing? Okay, it's cool. It helps replace the amino acids that are lost during the color process. So it's going to be awesome for his hair. I leave it on for like 5-10 minutes and then I'm going to shampoo it with the number 2, which also has all that ceramide in it. once I shampoo, I'm going to do another treatment, which is the number 3 on the hair, to make sure that his hair is just amazing. This is also really good to apply in between surfaces, in between colors. I even have this in my water bottle because when you apply it on the hair, it equalizes the porosity of the hair, so that when you apply color, it comes out more even. And it's just like a leave-in treatment. It's also really great to do a haircut when you're doing cutting on a client. It helps the blade slide better, do a better cut. So stay tuned. This is how it looks. Así es como se ve. I'm gonna just do Spanglish. I'm going to be using Redken. Hold on, let me take this stuff. There you go. Molding paste just for men. Un producto perfecto para el cabello. Como ven. Listo.
Listo.
Y lo vamos a secar. We're gonna dry it. And let's see. Cross our fingers. Hola, ¿qué tal? Aquí estamos ya de regreso. We are back with Josué after his color. So you can see what it looks like. We added a little bit of a bluish tint to it, so it will give it that like effect. And also we created that shadow for his hair, so dark to like bluish to like that silver. Yeah, let's go inside so he can. Yep. Let's go inside. Let me see how it looks inside. You can see it a little bit better. There you go, there is better lighting right here. What do you guys think, huh?
Nice. Let's go.